Hello everyone, and welcome once again to another FF14 stream. This one's a little special, because I've got a bit of an announcement to make when we get to the end of the stream. It's nothing super major, but just something that I think will affect FF14 streams going forward. But to really briefly recap on what happened last stream, so we got loads of issues coming in from the left and coming in from the right. The place we were investigating with Coerthas seems like initially we thought it may be due to a bunch of people just being crazy cultists, as they do. As it turns out, a lot of the reason that our shipments were getting attacked from Coerthas Highlands to Mordona is because they were shipping crystals. And I don't need to tell you, crystals are very important for a certain ritual that people like to do. Yeah, Shiva's getting summoned. And it's a little too late to stop that now, so our next main quest is to enter Snowcloak and see what's there. So we're going to be headed over to Coerthas at Camp Dragonhead. And we're gonna see what's what. Right. Let's see. So yeah, I hope everyone's been doing okay. Apologies for the bit of a late start to the stream. I woke up very late. I literally just woke up a few minutes ago. So pardon me a bit of time to get my bearings and kind of just like get in the process of like waking up properly. Other way. So this way. But yeah, I have been playing a bit more FF14 lately, down to the point where more or less, I should show this off in a minute actually. I've taken on a third main class for leveling, and it's not a DPS class this time around, it's a tank class. I've decided to take on the helm as a marauder, and lend my efforts to being a tank. Still not very good at it. I finally got to do a dungeon for the first time as a tank, and there's a lot of pressure on you, let me say that much. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and accept the quest that triggers the start of the next dungeon, and then I've got a friend on standby that wants to party up with me for it, so let's see what's what. Or was it? Oh, it was over here. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Was there anyone I was supposed to talk to, or am I supposed to just enter Snowcloak? Let's see. Enter Snowcloak with a party of NPCs, enter Snowcloak with the party of other players. Alright. So, yeah, may as well show off what I've been doing lately, just for the sake of it, while I wait for a response. So, Blue Mage. Been doing some more Blue Mage stuff. Which I've been enjoying. Though admittedly, it's kind of like enemy skill in Final Fantasy VII, where you pick up skills from enemies. Duh. But I need to find like a guide or something that tells me which enemies drop enemy skills, and there's a lot. Conversely, Dragoon, I've also been doing a bit more stuff with Dragoon. As you can see down below, I'm level 39 as Dragoon, which is cool, because it means I'm pretty much almost caught up with Dragoon leveling. And then the newest one, Marauder. My first tank class, and it's been a bit of a challenge to figure out how to properly play this with other people. I'm admittedly not very good at it. I know that a typical thing that many tanks do is they run ahead of everybody else to draw in enemy aggro, which admittedly I excuse me, I need to properly figure out how to go about doing that, because sometimes I feel like I'm running ahead when I probably shouldn't be. But yeah, we're gonna be obviously doing the next dungeon as Summoner, just because obviously that's just the way we should do it. But yeah, let me double check on my buddy. Ask him if we're good to start. Second. Oh, by the by, you know what? Actually, I guess I should kind of go ahead and say what I was going to say as far as like the announcements go, with what I wanted to say for FF14 streams going forward. So, as much as I enjoy doing live streams of FF14, I believe today's stream will be the last main FF14 numbered stream. Now, the reason for it is largely because I do want to play the game for a much longer period of time while doing main quest stuff, but due to other priorities, I sort of need to cut the streams short a lot at an hour 30, 2 hours, or so on and so forth. So as a result, I don't end up getting a whole lot done during FF14 streams that's main side quest stuff, and I would like to get a kind of a move on with the story for the sake of getting to other expansions a little quicker and getting through those stories a little bit faster. So the solution, I figure, is going forward, I'm going to record a bunch of FF14 stuff off stream with some friends, without some friends, on my own, but with all my streaming stuff active, but I won't be streaming it. Instead, I'll be recording these sessions and then cutting them down into a supercut of whatever kind of like... So, for example, this Ice Heart stuff that we're doing right now is patch 2.4 of Final Fantasy VII Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. To my knowledge, I think it's pretty much structured the same way in other instances. But going forward, I'm likely going to release just large, chunky videos that cover my time in FF14 in a way that is much more concise. You don't have to deal with any of the waiting for queues or... Oh, only party leader may register for duty. Hold on. Sec. But yeah, but to wrap it up as a TLDR, going forward, FF14 streams will be uploaded in large chunks and they won't be streamed. I may still stream on occasion if I feel like streaming some like side quest stuff or just chilling out. If anything, FF14 will likely just be my new chill out game from here on, as opposed to something like, I don't know, Halo Infinite or something like that. But any main side quest stuff or any just other stuff will be covered largely in big old chunky videos that go through what I'm currently playing and all this other stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this next dungeon raid. Signed up. Average time less than 5 minutes, and that's largely because I have a tank with me. Yeah, I'm actually eager to fight Shiva here because something I noted last time we played. Shiva is a very early summon you get in FF7, Are one of my pieces nearly broke? Oh shit, wait, are they? Hold on. Oh crap, yeah, a lot of my summoner attire is almost broke. You lose stats if it breaks in the fight. In that case... Could I... Would there be a repairman, a repair person, somewhere in Coerthas? I said, I obviously can't remember. Yeah, just go to a mender. Alright, let's go to... Coerthas. Yeah, Dragon Head. All the settlements have them? Alright, I wasn't sure. Let's see. Wait, where though? Where to mender? Not here, probably. Here, silly? Oh, thank you. Alright, merchant and mender. Sir, I would like to repair my gear. Repair all. There we go. Yeah, let me just go and repair all my stuff, I suppose. Chestnut gears. Yeah, that should be good. Okie dokie. And now we just wait for the party up to happen. But yeah, as I was saying, with the whole Shiva thing, Shiva is oh, it'll be canceled if you move too far away from the target. Oh no, I'm getting traded stuff. 30,000 gil. Why, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah. What I was gonna say was, Shiva's a very early summon in FF7. So, when I was like, your muns seem really low for some reason. No, they're really low because I ended up buying a treasure coffer with, casual wear, and that alone was like a decent chunk of my money. It's like 200k or some shit, or some garbage. But yeah, anyways, Shiva, very early summon in FF7, and I was surprised that I hadn't fought her yet, in 14. So I'm kind of glad that getting a chance to do that now. But yet, for context, the casual wear that I bought was, this. This was the casual wear that I bought, and it cost me like 20k. Where is the... There it is. Still waiting for the thing. Looks pretty good. Yeah, no, I like the casual wear. I dyed it blue. It was originally orange, but yeah. Just waiting for time elapsed. Give me a bit, because I'm still like, oh fuck, I'm still like trying to wake up. Ugh. I don't know what it is about me. They're not sure if it's exactly worth that. Yeah. I don't know, man. Give me a second, real quick. Just checking on that. You can get cheaper than that. You can get max level crafted materials for cheaper than that. I'll probably do a crafting class once I'm done with like a bunch of other stuff. Why can't I log into my PayPal? 1 second. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, because I want to experiment. I want to experiment genuinely with like a whole bunch of other classes and whatnot. Let's see. We're over 6 minutes. The hell? Where's the gosh darn dungeon prompt? Come on, hit me with it. I want to fight Ice Lady. Oh well, I guess I'll sit. Personally, I still need to level up and do a lot of classes. I just worry about losing my muscle memory with ones I really like if I do too much of the others. Yeah, I feel like that's probably what would happen with me if I focus too much on doing tank stuff. I feel like if I focus too much on doing tank stuff, I'll forget, like, how to properly do summoner stuff, but, yeah. Lex. Yeah, something I was saying earlier in regards to Marauder is I kept running ahead of people to try and do the whole thing where it's like you run ahead of folks, and that's what gets a lot of the enmity off of them and onto you. I kept feeling like I wasn't doing a good job because like enemies kept lagging behind and was sometimes focusing on them on my first dungeon, but it's probably because I don't have like the right stuff for Marauder just yet, I suppose. Were you with a painter? No, I wasn't. I don't think I was anyway. Also, yeah, funny enough, we're missing 1 DPS and 1 healer. And making sure your tank stance is on. I don't think at level, what is it, 22? My tank stance is Defiance, isn't it? Because I don't think I have a tank stance. I have Berserk. Yeah, no, yeah, I pretty much always have Defiance on. Defiance is a tank stance. Yeah, I pretty much always had it on when I was doing the dungeon. Second, what? Well, so that increases your MA generation significantly. Yeah, I figured. Oh yeah, and there's still a lot I need to learn about doing tank stuff. I just felt that for my first outing as tank, I wasn't doing too good of a job. Though admittedly, now I understand what the pressure is like. It's like the whole meme is like, tank, do your fucking job. It's like, yeah, I kind of get the meme now. Usually I do an AoE on a group of enemies after tomahawking to get them all to come to me initially. Oh, is that what you... That's a good idea. I guess, yeah, run ahead, do tomahawk to get all their attention, and then hit them with the AoE to keep them all on you. That's a good idea. I'll keep that in mind for when I next do a duty roulette as tank. Also, give me a quick second. Let me grab a drink. Healers gotta be careful if they heal too much of on those first pulls. Um, they will get a lot of emanate, especially if you heal right as... Wait, I got a fish. I got a pastry fish. Another pastry fish. Complete trade, yes. I got a fish. And this, by the way, is the primary reason as to why I'm probably going to be moving Final Fantasy XIV streams to, like, be edited down and eat those to boost stats and EXP for... Oh, okay. Okie dokie. But yeah, no, I'm likely going to, this whole waiting thing is likely why I'm going to be moving FF14 streams to be, edited down and be, like, supercuts of sort of, like, major story beats and whatnot, because as cool as it is to, like, live play this, admittedly, there is a bit of a factor of, like, how interesting is this to watch through stream, you know? Which I imagine for some people it's like, oh, we're just watching you sit around and wait for a dungeon queue, and it's like, yeah, it's not very interesting to watch. And I think it'd be more interesting if I were to just cut it down in supercut format of like highlights of me going through the story and whatnot, because I feel like that's what people mostly care about when it comes to like FF14, as far as like watching it, I should say, because I enjoy playing it for most of its aspects, honestly. This is strangely long for a story dungeon. Oh, is it? Yeah, story dungeons are usually one and done pretty quick from what I recall. Like, well, yeah, no, I know you're referring to the queue, hence why I'm saying, like, oh, there it is. Alrighty, here we go. Alrighty. Greetings, party. Let me quickly lock my... Ready to go. Go ahead. Buddy, right. Okay, gonna meet the stream now. Alrighty. The music here is really nice. Let me cast Addle. Do I not have Carbuncle out? I do. Why is he... Interesting. That's a big old polar bear. Any key. Someone already picked it up? Yep, someone already picked it up. Door to silence. Oh shit. Another ruby ruin. I should probably turn on percentages for enemies. Wait for swift cast real quick. Go. Oh my gosh, snow! May as well load up another, one. Right. Also, yeah, I just noticed we do have a Pictomancer on our team. Think we good? I'm assuming we're good. What was the mechanic with this guy again? Oh, I don't know. I legit do not remember. Then again, I don't think I've ever fought this boss before. And never mind, it'll be okay. What the dropping of snowballs? be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Whoa! I've only done it like twice since the rework. Thank you. Whoa! There we go. Sure, I'll claim this. Maybe summon a Titan. Summon Titan! Oh, excuse me. Whoa! It's a Snowclops! No. Finger of the Apostate. Door to Oblivion. We're going to Oblivion? Doge. I'm ready to go. Hide behind crystals. Some colors are bad. Don't remember. Also, they explode after hiding. Gotcha, gotcha. Thank you, thank you. Oh. Oh, damn, I died. Oh, damn it, I didn't get out of the way in time. Good stuff. Apologies for having to clear my throat so much, but yeah, we did it. Funny pose, frozen with my feet in the air and hammer smacking the ground. Alrighty, let's see what's in the treasure. Hero necklace of healing. I'll pass. Let's see what we got. What we got here.
The tales do not do you justice, warrior of light.
Is that Shiva? Does she speak? Oh no, that's Ice Heart
Yes.
Lady.
I know who you are, and you know who I am. I was given the name Izel, but I earned the name Iceheart. This endless cycle of hatred, of bloodshed, of sorrow. You would see it continue, O noble warrior of light.
I mean, no.
Not. I will not. I will bring an end to this war between dragon and man, no matter the cost.
Okay.
In time, you will come to understand that what we do for the greater good.
The greater good.
For Eorzea, for Hydaelyn.
She seems fairly cognitive for being a quote-unquote touched one. That is, if she even is one. Alright, let's talk to Alpha now. Alright, stream restarted. Alrighty. That took longer than I expected. What news, Vel? So Iceheart is but a pseudonym, not that it matters. That she managed to escape is regrettable, but from your description of that beast, you did well to come as close as you did. They said she was touched? No, I'm assuming so, because they're gathering a bunch of crystals to summon Shiva like a primal. I was under the assumption that her and her folks were like touched ones, but I guess not. In any case, now that you have cleared a path, the Temple Knights can begin to survey the tunnels in earnest. Oh, give me a second, guys. 1 second. Alright, apologies, I'm back. Yeah, but that does mean that either it's been summoned, or before, or never been summoned. Ah, I see. So it's just a rare instance, then. I getcha. Alright. Mayhap they will even find a route past the ice wall. Wouldn't that do wonders for their fight against the heretics? Crystal Braves would certainly share the credit for it too. 12 be praised, Vel. We may yet turn the situation to our advantage. Assuming we stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva, of course. She's gonna summon Shiva. Which reminds me, if you were intending to trudge back to Camp Dragonhead to report on the day's events, don't. The antecedents should be here any minute. I can only assume some people enjoy subjecting themselves to this cold. Alright, and let's accept another quest from Alpha now. For the greater good. Antecedent. You come to us straight from the archives of House Fortem. I trust your time there proved fruitful. Would that it had. Urianja and I scoured countless texts, but what we found was of questionable veracity. Accounts of Shiva's life and deeds are sparse and contradictory, only agreeing upon one point. She lay down with the dragon, the gravest of all sins according to the Ishgardian faith. Yet in the eyes of Iceheart's followers, this was a holy act, the blessed union of man and dragon. How such a thing could even be possible is quite another question. Suffice it to say, I very much doubt that we will find a useful answer in the archives of House 410. Much knowledge has been lost over the centuries, though in this case one wonders if it is by circumstance or by design. You said that Iceheart took a moment to plead her case prior to escaping, did you not? Viewed without prejudice, most would agree that bringing an end to the endless war serves the greater good. I think Sir Aymeric might take issue with her methods. I do not care if a few stragglers manage to escape until the sappers confirm that the tunnel is safe. The men are not to search it. Yes, Lord Commander. You pursue your foes with less zeal than I expected, Sir Aymeric. Lest you misunderstand, I do not deny that our enemy has given us good reason to be prudent. I merely meant, you being a man of faith, that I had expected a certain single-mindedness. After all, was it not by the will of Halon that your ancestors came to this land when it came to this land? Why they took up arms against the Dravanians? What would they have done in your position, I wonder? There are those who believe that faith in renunciation of free will is... Well, sorry, hold on. There are those that believe that faith is a renunciation of free will, that unquestioning devotion is required of all who would live a life in service to the Fury. Such righteous fervor may well serve a knight on the front line, less so a leader of men. We are all at liberty to interpret the scriptures as we will. I choose to believe that the Fury would value the lives of her followers over the deaths of her enemies. But I would not presume to speak for the Knights of Eld. 'Twas a much different time, nay, a different era, and Scripture tells us only so much. Would that it told us more. That man is awfully pragmatic for a servant of the Holy See. A welcome trade at the negotiating table, to be sure, less so when one's enemies are making ready to harness the power of a god. Mayhap he does not truly believe that Iceheart's plan can succeed. Truth be told, I too remain somewhat skeptical. Shiva was real, a living, breathing woman. I think someone just knocked at my door again. Give me a second, please. Alrighty, apologies for the bit of a pause where I had a bit of a situation outside my door, but it's all good. Shiva was a real living, breathing woman, of that there can be no doubt. In this respect, she differs from every other figure to have been summoned, each of whom was worshipped as a god. The sole exception being good King Muggle Mark XII, the myth made manifest in response to the fervent supplications of the Muggle's Guard. Yeah... I guess Louis Sois also being an exception, right? By technicality. But I don't think Minfilia knows about the whole thing with Louis Sois turning into Phoenix. Saint Shiva may differ, but what of the heretics? They are a tribe of outcasts at war with a mighty nation, who yearn for the resurrection of one who embodies their beliefs. If that is not placing one's faith in a higher power, then what is? Crystals and conviction, Renfilia. They have them both in abundance. Can that truly be all that is required? I mean, honestly, yeah, probably. My survey team has concluded preliminary analysis of the Aetheryte Iceheart used to escape. They believe that she teleported to another Aetheryte somewhere not far to the west. Nobody knows about Louisoix turning into Phoenix, except for Alphino. He's here. Despite the apparent proximity of the second Aetheryte, however, they have been wholly unable to detect its presence directly. Unless Iceheart has some means to mask its signal, I can only presume she had it destroyed to prevent us from following her. Let us not give up on teleportation just yet. One of our colleagues in Charlian may be able to assist us. I pray that you're right. I dare not think how long it will take us to survey the entire tunnel system. Weird, the stream cut out there for a sec. Oh, yeah, just refresh. While Minfilia looks into our Aetheryte problem, I would like to request your assistance with another matter. The third unit is currently tracking the remnants of the heretic force which attacked us. However, the search goes poorly despite our numbers. Coerthas is vast, and Iceheart's followers know the terrain far better than we. Your knowledge of this region may serve to hasten the process. The sooner we capture Iceheart's followers, the sooner we can press them for their leader's whereabouts. I was referring more to the player base. Ah, gotcha. Also, though it is admittedly a selfish request, I feel that my braves would benefit immensely from working alongside you. While we have our share of veterans, we also have more than a few less experienced recruits, many of whom look up to you, in case you were not aware. Good, I knew you would understand. Yu Yu Hase can apprise you of the details. When the task is complete, come and find me at the Observatorium. Captain Ilbert and I are meeting there to discuss the latest developments in his investigation. The Temple Knight shall hold Snowcloak in our absence. Let us leave them to their work. Ours is more pressing. Well, I am pretty awesome, Alphino. I do gotta say, I am pretty cool. All right, little dude, let me know what's up. There you are, Vel. Commander Levelier instructed me to wait for you. Your assistance is most welcome, believe me. Most of the third hail from Ul'dah, and for a man accustomed to feel the sand beneath his boots, the crunch of snow can be rather disconcerting. But to the matter at hand, Nary, a moment ago I received word that the heretics we seek have been spotted making for the Danifin Pass. My braves are already in pursuit, and I should be grateful if you would join them. Already detected, must destroy. No! I myself shall be taking part in the hunt. Never let it be said that I do not earn my coin. Alrighty, and that would be around the Danifin Pass. That is... oh, that's right over there. Let's go! There's... ah, there we go. Pulse balls. My ankle is on fire. Caught my boot on a rock or something and twisted it as I fell. Ooh, I feel that. The others went on ahead and through Danfin Pass. Hurry and you might catch up. If you aren't sure where to go, look for tracks. The snow's fresh, so they shouldn't be hard to find. Poor dude. I feel that, though. Fucking twisting your ankle like that? That's bad. Around... oh, okay, I see. Around down here, I believe. Yeah, through here. This is the place. All the Downs. Where at? It says down. Oh, Fresh Prince. Tracks lead southeast. Southeast. So this way. Oh my god, look, there you go. Oh, I see him. Scion, what are you doing here? Heretics? I'm not sure. There was a great skilled beast and... Yuyuhase, I think he went east on his own. The heretics split up, so we did too. Okay. All the heretics trail. Oh, that's right up ahead. Oh, I see the purple spot. Also, real quick, let me get my actions here because I stupidly... general sprint. There we go. I stupidly got rid of sprint on my goddamn thing. Glamour plate, decipher, die, target. Ooh. I'll have to look through some of those later because I haven't messed around with too much with the general commands, believe it or not. Go. How embarrassing. I was so intent on following the heretics' tracks that I almost failed to notice they had doubled back. Almost. Mind you, one tried to sneak up behind me and got a knife in the gut for his troubles. I thought myself alone, so I started searching the dead man's knapsack for anything of interest, and lo and behold, before his friends found me, I came upon this. Withdraw in groups of 3 or less to the observatorium. Give the signal and wait. The merchant will be watching, be late, and be left for dead. Speaks for itself, does it not? They can't possibly mean to rendezvous inside the place, so we should restrict our search to within the surrounding areas. Let me rephrase that. You should restrict your search to the wilderness around the observatorium. I will need more than a moment's rest to recover from these wounds. Okay, so on to the observatorium, which is right over there. The dragon head. Excuse me, Mr. Suspicious Coerthan. I am through with listening to your excuses. We leave now. How? The woods are crawling with those bluecoats, and the knights are searching every wagon that passes through the gates. Well, stay with him, then, if you think you'll fare any better. Now, there's no need for that. There are places like this in my homeland. Sacred snow-capped peaks where blood must not be shed. Oh, it's Ugiri! Yet your lands ever thirst for the blood of the fallen, and by your deeds it has drunk deep. No, I have done no wrong. None but meet in secret with heretics. Deny it all you will. We shall have the truth from you yet. Inquisitors are not the only ones skilled in the art of interrogation. Damn it all. For a second there, with how sudden the animation was, I thought he drank like poison. Fancy meeting you here, Vel. I presume your work with the Third brought you hither? What a tangled web. Lest you wonder, we came not for the heretics, but for the merchant who has been conspiring with them. He came to our attention during the course of our investigation into the Ivy. It beggars belief, I know, but it seems our favorite Garlean spy may have been providing assistance to Iceheart. Well then. Were it not for the efforts of Lady Yugiri and her shinobi, we might never have discovered this connection. Master Alphino is too kind. I fear my people and I have done little to aid your search for the spy. We long to strike back against the Empire and weaken their influence in this land, to prevent the tragedy which befell Doma from reoccurring. The days ahead and the work they promise will require a very particular set of skills which I am fortunate enough to possess, if you will allow it. I would accompany you until the investigation is complete. That is the most generous offer, Lady Yugiri, and one which I gladly accept. Thank you. Though I may disappear for a time, know that I shall never be far, and shall always be watching. A comforting thought. Come, Vel, let us wait inside for Captain Elbert to return and deliver his report. Hang on just a second, guys. Alrighty. Just needed to double check on some stuff. Alright, so speak with Alphino, and that I believe is somewhere around there. Chocobo, fly me up! Captain Elbert seems confident that the merchant's resolve would swiftly crumble when pressed. If so, we should have new information ere long. As to whether it will bring us any closer to learning the Ivy's identity, I would rather not say. Given our adversary's cunning, I shall consider us fortunate if we are spared another wild dodo chase. The gods know we have more than enough to occupy our time as it is. Tendrils of intrigue. Alphino is eager to hear Airboat's report on the Ivy. Ooh, this seems like a big cutscene. Give me a sec, actually. Let me pull up the quest list real quick for 14. 1 second. FF14, 7th Astral Era. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 quests left until we gotta fight another boss. Let's go. Captain Ilberd, your report, if you will. Aye, Commander. Firstly, with regard to the heretic we've captured, I regret to say that the man could tell us not that we did our voice speak words. I regret to say that the man could tell us not that we did not already know of Shiva. We have since handed him over to the Ishgardian authorities. Henceforth, the Holy See will pursue the matter independently. Our inquiries concerning the Ivy, however, have proven more fruitful. We have ascertained the channel by which the heretics acquire their information on the shipment routes. Go on. You will recall the flame we first identified as being in the Ivy's employ. From him we were able to trace a trail of conspirators, each taking us closer to his master. Alas, the trail came to an abrupt end. Fearing that the investigation had been compromised, we took the necessary step of detaining all suspected of conspiracy. There were 5 on our list, including a flame stationed at Revenant's Toll. The man's primary duty was to keep an inventory of donations from abroad, the particulars of which he would share with his benefactors, thereby ensuring that needs did not go unfulfilled. By virtue of his role, he was privy to the details of all shipments bound for the settlement. Needless to say, that included those originating from House Fortemps. He knew the precise route the caravan would take, and he sold that information to a merchant. I think I can guess which one. None other. With a little encouragement, he soon confessed to knowingly aiding and abetting the heretics. Well, that is one mystery solved, at least. But what of the Ivy? Are we any closer to prizing off this mask? I dare say we are, Commander. Our relentless pursuit has forced him to commit a grave error. In a desperate bid to cover his tracks, the Ivy resorted to exercising certain administrative powers available only to high-ranking members of the Immortal Flames. If you consider then that our investigation is known to barely a handful of them, the field of suspects is greatly narrowed. You mean to say that the agent is among Raubon's innermost Damn! Poor Raubon. He was pretty confident that his inner circle could be trusted. You mean to say that the agent is among Raubon's innermost circle, someone who has been with him since the Immortal Flames establishment? 'Tis the most plausible explanation. The infiltration likely occurred during the company's founding, with the groundwork for the act being laid beforehand. To slip into a position of authority unremarked, and remain above suspicion all these years. I too was surprised, though I really should not have been. Of the 3 grand companies, Ul'dah's was ever the more vulnerable to infiltration. Both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania had long-standing armed forces that lent themselves well to the formation of the Maelstrom and the Order of the Twin Adder. To all intents and purposes, it was the same people, loyal ones, mind, under the same leadership, only the banner was different. Not so the Flames. Ul'dah's military was made up of disparate orders, most of which were glorified mercenary companies that answered only to their paymasters. Hardly an ideal environment in which to establish something as high-minded as a grand company. The difficulties Raubon faced when founding the Immortal Flames are well known. Even after he had convinced his fellow syndicate members to share the coast, there remained the small matter of finding enough bodies to fill the ranks. Indeed, and given the pressing nature of the Imperial threat, that meant recruiting every passing sellsword. Amidst the chaos of its founding, it would have been a child's play to infiltrate the company. A good deal easier than now. Than now, aye? The Immortal Flames have been caught between conflicting interests, the public and the private. Though the monetarists ultimately agreed to support the organization's founding, it was not out of charity that they did so, but simple self-preservation. Had Nail Van Darnus's ambitions been any less apocalyptic, you may be sure that they would never have risked supplying Raubon with an army. It's but a wonder they did not attempt to extinguish the flames the moment the danger had passed. Ahem. Returning to the present. Even as we speak, our Doman allies are shadowing several high-ranking flames, any one of whom could be the Ivy. Desiring to deal a blow against the Empire, the refugees were eager to lend us their aid. I expect to hear from them ere long. Very good. Pray continue your investigation with the first. Meanwhile, have the second attend to the unrest. The third can join the fourth in inspecting crystal shipments. If they notice anything unusual, I want to know about it. If Shiva is being summoned in like manner to the other primals, the heretics will be looking for other supplies. Understood, Commander. I shall send word to Sir Amaric, informing him of our success in identifying the heretics' abettors. Hopefully the information will be of some use to the Ishgardians. It is time, Commander. Yes, I am aware. An emergency council of the Alliance leadership has been called. There have been developments in Garlemald, it would seem. As commander of the Crystal Braves, my presence has been requested. I would have you accompany me, Vel, as the realm's stoutest champion. 'Tis only meet that you be present for the discussion. Oh, and the antecedent has already given her consent, lest you worry. Something happening in Garlemald. Well, that can't be good. Like me, you are doubtless eager to conclude our business with Iceheart. But until another path to her sanctum is found, she should remain... Blah, blah, blah. She will remain... Oh. That's a stent. Hello. Like me, you are doubtless to conclude our business with Iceheart. But until another path to her sanctum is found, she will remain beyond our reach. Menphili and the Archons are sparing no effort to secure an alternate route. Until such time they succeed, I suggest we give some thought to the realm's other problems. I shall go on ahead to Gridania in readiness for the coming council. Meet me at Naufika's altar, and we shall make our way to the Lotus Stand together. Okay, so, yeah, I get where we're going. Onward, then, to Gridania. Black Shroud. You know, this is getting really interesting. I'm curious to hear what exactly is going to come out of the whole Garlemald stuff. Ah, lag. Oh, and we can probably Ethernet. What's your old Gridania? Conjurer's Guild. And there we go. Alpha Nose right here. My thanks for coming, Vel. When you are ready, speak with the Conjurer yonder. She will show us the Lotus Stand. Oh, over this way. My bad. The Alliance leaders await you at the Lotus Stand. Will you be joining them now? Yes. Let's just hope it doesn't lag this time around. Hello, peoples.
Change has come to the Garlean Empire, and we must discuss the implications.
The rumors are true, then? The War of Succession is ended?
It is. A new emperor reigns in Garlemald.
Uh-oh.
Who?
The birth and all too rapid expansion of the Garlean Empire is commonly attributed to the strategic brilliance of Solus Zosgalvis, yet he did not rule alone. Several members of the royal household also distinguished themselves during his reign. Nevertheless, it was the eldest son who stood to inherit the throne, until his most untimely passing.
I thought us fortunate when I learned that the Emperor had died without naming a successor.
This guy's armor's wicked. Oh, he looks scared. Whoa. Okay.
Would that the Garlean Empire had died with him.
Twas the grandson and his uncle who had the strongest claims, was it not?
Indeed, yet claims count for little without the power to assert them. High Legatus Varus Ye Galvus is a respected military leader, not so his uncle.
How does he clear? I was about to ask. Those are some big fucking shoulders.
And taken his place at the head of the Empire.
This is interesting, though. Also, real quick, let me do something real quick about the game audio.
troubled nature of his succession, the new emperor will require time to seal his grip on power. Yet have no doubt but that he shall, for there are none left with strength enough to oppose him.
And the winner of the silliest hat competition goes to... I just turned off compression for the game audio because I imagine it must have been a little crispy at times whenever I was speaking.
The remnants of the 14th Legion and the forces occupying Alamigo have done naught but fortify their positions. But you can be sure they'll be ready to march on us again, if their emperor gives the word.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. This framing feels, kinda deliberate. Is the person behind Raubon the Ivy? Just taking a guess.
When, not if. They say this Varus was so set upon Eorzean annexation that he spoke out against the Meteor Project.
Plainly, the new emperor's intentions are of great concern to us all.
Yeah, I would imagine.
I propose that we set aside the Cartano dispute for the present, and discuss what measures the Alliance might take to prepare for a resumption of
Fair enough.
hostilities with Garlemald. Moreover, I move that we re-examine the question of how our former allies in Ishgard might be persuaded to retake their place at our side. Could Eorzea but stand as one, 'twould deal a grave blow to our enemies' ambitions.
Sorry, Kane. Tried that, didn't work.
Well, I suppose we should be grateful that they have finally acknowledged the inevitability of Imperial attack. Who knows? They may even do something about it.
That's so smug of you, Alpha. Now I love it.
If only the leaders of Ishgard would follow their example and stop hiding behind their gates, praying for the coming storm to pass them by. But that is a discussion for another time. At present, I am more concerned by the fact that the Alliance's mooted preparations will be made known to the Garleans many moons before their coming.
Yeah, that is a bit concerning that, hey guys, we know you exist, so get ready. It's kinda... don't know if that's the best idea, but, you know.
So long as the Ivy eludes our grasp, no secret is safe.
But whomever could the Ivy be? He's come a long way since Dawn Trail. It will not have escaped your notice that the nations of Eorzea are no nearer to being one purpose, despite their protestations to the contrary. Plainly, the threat of a resurgent Garlemald is not enough to stir them. And the reason for this? Deep-rooted mistrust among the citizenry. Oh my god, I can't read today. The nation's leaders can come to all understandings they like, but their unity means little and less to the common folk. Take the Laminsons, for instance. Though Admiral Merweb outlawed piracy over a decade ago, foreigners still picture the nation as a haven for grog-swilling, wooden-legged cutthroats. And likewise, the Gridanians are mocked as hermits who talk to trees, and the Uldans scorned as swindlers who worship coin. Not that such sentiments are entirely without grounds, of course. Take that pillar of Uldan society Telegi Adeleji, for example. Yeah, that guy. But that is besides the point. The fact is that people are wary of outsiders whether they have cause to be or not. On that basis, one could argue that the conflict at Cartno is a necessary evil. Each nation has its own warmongering faction that advocates the acquisition of Omega. In order to placate them, we present them something resembling warfare, and thereby curb their appetite for full-scale conflict. But enough idle musing, let us speak of a more pressing matter, the Ivy. Since we spoke at the Observatorium, Captain Ilbert has further shortened his list of suspects, and by happy coincidence, the one he deems the most likely candidate has lately come to Gridania. Yeah. I figured it was the person I'm gonna take a guess. Obviously, not confirming anything. I'm gonna take a guess it was the lady standing right behind Raban. I'm gonna take a wild guess that it was the lady standing right behind Raban. Should there be any developments in Coerthas, you may be sure that I will send word without delay. In the meantime, I wish you success in apprehending the Ivy. Alright, speak with Ilbert in New Gridania. Right over here. Excuse me, miss. Gridania's lush abundance never ceases to delight me. 'Tis a far cry from the barren deserts of Ul'dah. Got you in my sights, lady. My thanks for coming, Scion. Doubtless the commander has informed you, but we have unmasked the Ivy. From this point on, we must proceed with extreme caution. Gloam... Answer Dragoon... Ooh, I like this suit. Hang on. Let's take this male set. Facing Ivy. Ilbert is convinced that he has discovered the Ivy's identity and is preparing to move against the Garlean spy. Listen well. The spy we have been seeking all this time is none other than Flame Marshal, and I knew it! The way the game was kind of framing it was very deliberate near the end there. Raban's second in command. Yep, that's her. Prior to joining the Immortal Frames, she was a mercenary of no small renown. They say her skill with the polearm had to be seen to be believed. Of Ishgardian birth, she is the highest ranked foreigner in the Immortal Flames, barring the Flame General himself, of course. When he formed the Grand Company, Raban chose people based on their worth. Whence they hailed was of no interest. The Monetarists saw things differently, however. Having funded the enterprise, they reserved the right to reject candidates nominated for high-ranking positions. And 'twas no secret that they did not favor foreigners, Ishgardians especially after the way the Holy See forsook the Alliance. Yet the Monetarists did not raise so much as a murmur of protest when Royally was appointed to her post. Passing strange, is it not? Could it be that the Ivy has some hold over the Monetarists? Could she possibly be the one that instigated the riot? But these revelations are secondary to our current mission. Of foremost interest to us is Riley's presence here now. As you may be aware, it is the duty of the Flame Marshal to command the Immortal Flames in the absence of the Flame General. While Raban attended the Council of the Alliance leaders, she should have remained in the Hall of Flames. The woman has no business being in Gridania, yet here she is nonetheless, on some pretense. She's up to something, mark my words. Well, if she works for the Empire, then she'd be who lets the new Emperor know, hey, by the way, they're planning to move against us. I love how you two are crouched and no one can see your massive ears. Listen, my ears are not that big, okay? Even as we speak, I have a dozen men trawling the Flames records for evidence of Raleigh's guilt. But if we can catch her red-handed, we shall have all the proof we need. Which brings me to the plan. I have people watching the city gates, the airship landing, and the docks. Every point of egress. She cannot leave without our knowledge. All that remains is to shadow her until she betrays her true purpose. Can I rely on your eyes, Scion? Yes, sir. You have my thanks. Let us go and take care not to alert our quarry. Alright then. Let's get going. Speak with Ilberd over New Gridania over there. Yeah, I could walk, but why walk? Why walk when you can ride? Raleigh is headed in the direction of the Blue Badger Gate. With me, Scion. I see. Hang on. This is how you spend the 30k gil I give you. I'm pretty sure a decent chunk of it goes towards just teleportation. So Raleigh has entered the Carlin canopy, meeting someone perchance? Or could it be she means to board an airship? Pray look for her within. If she is not on the upper floor, try the landing area below. One of mine is stationed there, and she may have seen something. Femi is her name. I shall remain here in case Raleigh reappears. Okay. Gullfox, such an unexpected pleasure. What brings you here? A social visit, you say? How pleasant. No, she didn't come this way. I've noted every passenger, and none bore any resemblance. Well, don't let me keep you. Port to Ilberd, and then just go back out. Nowhere to be seen, you say? And you're sure she did not board an airship? She did not come back out either. Where in the seven hells could she have gone? Roost! How could I forget? Greetings, good sir. Might I interest you in some Muntoy tonic? A cup a day imbues a man with great vigor, if you take my meaning. Perhaps another time, friend. Wait a minute. Wait. That necklace. You are a shinobi of Doma. The woman you seek has left Gridania by way of West Shore Pier. She was attired as a merchant, but these eyes are not so easily deceived. You may wish to take your search to the East Shroud. Rest assured that we shall continue to support you from the shadows. Damn. Stealthy ninjas. Thank the 12 for the Domans. Were it not for their unique talents, Raleigh would have disappeared without a trace. Even Star Coat, A-Star Robe, Canis Bar, Conjurer, Scholar, Astrologist. Even Star Coat. Let me see what that Even Star Coat looks like. Wait a second, Elberd. Oh wait, I'm getting it all in my inventory, right? Armory chest. Dip. It's an armory chest. It's not what I intended to do, but... Ooh! I kinda love it. I kinda love the high collar that this has. Yeah, I'm keeping this. I know it's a little... I might apply it as a glamour. I'll keep it for now. Our hunt leads us to the East Shroud, Scion. I suggest we follow Raleigh's example and take the ferry from West Shore Pier. You'll doubtless wish to make certain preparations. See to them while I go on ahead. I shall wait for you at Sweet Bloom Pier. He's turning into Pomni. Alright. So, speak with Albert at Sweet Bloom Pier. Hawthorne Hut. Let's go this way. This way, my friends. Quarry makes for the Hawthorne Hut. If Raleigh is truly the one we seek, we can expect that she means to make contact with her Garlean masters there. An explanation is in order. You are no doubt aware that the Garleans have their own method of communicating over great distances. Well, our ingenious friends at Garland Ironworks have provided us with devices which disrupt these communications, and we have installed them around the city-states. In so doing, we have made it difficult for Imperial agents to correspond with their masters. Raleigh would thus have no choice but to rendezvous with her Imperial contact directly, yet as a well-known face in the Immortal Flames, she cannot move about Thanalan without being recognized. It would only be a matter of time before someone saw through her disguise. It is for this reason, I believe, that she has chosen the Black Shroud for her clandestine meeting. The Elizin are a common sight here, and their comings and goings are not like to turn any heads. As my scouts tell it, the Garleans have sent agents with a mind to destroy the devices and render such direct contact unnecessary. Fortunately, our shinobi have thus far been successful in rebuffing their efforts. This is it. We need only make for Hawthorne's hut and catch Raleigh in the act. Alrighty. Also, yeah, two of my friendos are here. 1 second. Hawthorne Hut, and that is... back over there. Wait, Hawthorne Hut. That name sounds familiar. My people report that our quarry has departed for the Bramble Patch. The Ivy returns to the Gnarls whence she came, but perhaps it is all for the better. To convict someone of her standing, we will require damning evidence against her. What could be better than to catch her in the act when she meets with her Garlean masters? My countrymen and I shall lie in wait in the shadows. Tread warily, my friends. Alright, so onward to the Bramble Patch. Now my chocobo. see what you got to say. Just beyond, Raleigh is in conversation with the individual clad in the manner of an adventurer. An imperial intermediary, no doubt. This is it, with me. Flame Marshal Aline Roali, you were under arrest for treason and espionage. You were followed, you bloody fool. Damnation. You are unarmed, my lady, and scarcely garbed for battle, but if you wish to fight, you are welcome to try. What is the meaning of this, Captain? Would you arrest me for strolling in the Twelves Wood? When last I looked, that was no crime, and neither was conversing with passing strangers. You would feign ignorance, then? Very well. If you do think of something to say, there will be plenty of time to say it later. Now come quietly, or I shall make you wish you had. I will offer you no struggle. After all, I have naught to hide. Interesting. Even a warrior of Raleigh's renown could not have hoped to escape by force. Despite her claims, her surrender does not bespeak innocence, but an awareness that her position is untenable. With the ivy thus uprooted, it is to be hoped that the tendrils she entwined around the immortal flames will gradually wither and die. Mayhap then the people of Ul'dah will have the grand company they deserve. But let us speak of the present, if I may ask. What will you do now, Vel? You know, stuff and things. So, the Scions seek a way into the Ice Heart's sanctum. Then I dare say you are eager to return to the Rising Stones. Pray do not let me keep you. Fear not, my countrymen and I shall tend to the aftermath. You need not waste your talents here. And speaking of talents, have you considered training in the art of the shinobi? You have the aptitude for it, I believe. So please give it some thought. Till next time, my friend. Shinobi will probably be my fifth class, if anything. Alright, Rising Stones. Let's get going. Mordona. All right. Welcome back, Vel. I understand that Alphino had a task for you. May I ask what it was? Charges of treason and espionage against Aline Roali? I can scarce believe it. Could there not have been some manner of misunderstanding? No, it avails us not to dwell on it. Whatever the truth may be, we must trust to the authorities to uncover it. Let us speak of another matter. I am pleased to report that we have made progress in our efforts to find a way into Iceheart's sanctum. Really? As you may recall, Iceheart used the Aetheryte in the depths of Snowcloak to teleport a short distance to the west, most likely to a sanctuary of some description. It is there that we suspect she means to summon Shiva using the crystal she stole from the House Four Temps caravan. The heretics believe that they are bringing about the second coming of their patron saint, but if, as we suspect, they mean to hold a summoning ritual of the kind employed by the beast tribes, it seems likely that the result will be something more akin to a primal. Suffice it to say, they must be stopped, and stop them we shall, but first we must surmount the obstacle that Iceheart has placed in our path. Ordinarily, it would be a simple matter to tap into the established Aethernet and thereby follow our query. However, despite our best efforts, we have been unable to ascertain the position of the Aetheryte to which she teleported. Our prevailing theory is that she destroyed the second Aetheryte upon arrival, a reckless, desperate measure, but also an effective one. After discussing the matter at length with Urianger, we have concluded that we lack the expertise to develop a solution. Which is why we have called upon the aid of one who does possess such expertise, a colleague of ours who is currently en route to Revenant's Toll from Charlian. She should be arriving within the hour, in fact. Since you are here, mayhap we could welcome her together. I'm certain she would appreciate the gesture. Let us make our way to the northern gates and await her coming. Okie dokie. Let's go. By the way, only gonna continue streaming for about, well, we're gonna finish up with Shiva. We're gonna do Shiva and then that'll be it for the stream. Alrighty. Nations right here. Oh, who's this?
Minfilia, am I right?
Ooh.
None other. I bid you welcome to Revenant's Toll, and thank you for traveling so far on such short notice.
As if I could ever say no to...
Urianger, fuck. I meant to hit spacebar, my bad.
An authority on Aetheryte technologies. She has played an invaluable role in our search for a means to capture Arcean souls.
Charmed, I'm sure.
Let's return to the Rising Stones at once. We have much to discuss. Alright, back to the Rising Stones. Invite Stent. Oh yeah, I guess I should, huh? Second, player search, party members. Oh, it says online. Invite to party. Yeah, because I think after this quest is Shiva. You've been here for a while, my bad. See?
Moon! Gods, it's been ages!
Oh, longer, sister.
A joyous reunion indeed.
Well, of course it is. Moon and I are like twin sisters.
Save in appearance and aptitude.
Everyone, if I could have your attention. We have with us an esteemed guest who has come from Jarlian to assist us. I bid Moonbreeder join us here that she might share with us her extensive knowledge of Aetherites. Also, as many of you are already aware, she has been overseeing our research into white auracite, a sample of which she has been good enough to bring with her.
Well, I
Ooh.
had to come, didn't I? You'd have to be bloody daft to turn your nose up at a chance like this. Where better to conduct my final tests than a land so steeped in ether you can taste it?
'Tis plain the passage of the years hath done little to dampen thy youthful spirits. And nothing at all to reform thy youthful manner.
Well, going for the bear hug.
Oriange, where in the hells have you been hiding?
Unhand me.
Oh shit.
I come all this way, and that's what you have to say to me. I much preferred when you were pleading with me to drop everything and hurry to your side. What was it you said? None save thee can satisfy this need.
Go on. Thine artless attempts to misrepresent mine all too innocent motives do thee little credit.
His spine is in pieces.
Mine intent, as well thou knowest, was but to impress upon thee the gravity of the circumstance. Lest thou doubt, a deiform entity shall shortly be summoned, save if thou and no other grantest my compeers thine aid.
You still haven't found it then, your missing Aetherite?
We have not. No. We know that Iceheart teleported to an Aetherite not far from the first. Yet even after careful analysis, we could not locate the second beacon. We now suspect that the heretics destroyed the second Aetherite to impede our pursuit. Our allies continue to scour Snowcloak for Iceheart's sanctuary, but we have no guarantee that they will find it. Yet it must be found, for even now Iceheart prepares to call upon Saint Shiva.
I'm sorry, but if the Aetherite's been destroyed, then that's that. Although, you're absolutely sure she used the first Aetherite, are you? She didn't just use teleportation magics?
One of our own bore witness to her escape. I can say with absolute certainty that Iceheart used the Aetherite.
Yep, I saw it.
In that case, there might be a way, so long as the ethereal current is still flowing.
Truly? How?
We use the current to recreate the beacon. As you know, Aetherites are a bit like lighthouses. We use them to reconstitute our physical forms when crossing the ethereal sea. Without them, we'd lose all sense of direction and our essence would dissipate.
Turn into mist.
However, we don't rely solely on these beacons. There are currents of ether which flow between them, currents which help guide us to our destination. Now, these currents will gradually dwindle away to nothing if an aetheryte is destroyed. But if even a sluggish flow remains, we could theoretically use it to direct a surge of concentrated ether towards the void left by the beacon, and thereby fill it up again.
Like opening the floodgates to fill a dry riverbed. Though, correct me if I'm wrong, but would we not need a veritable reservoir of ether?
In concert, we might manage to channel a sufficient volume, yet that is not my chief concern. To direct the flow of so great a volume of ether with the requisite precision would be a nigh impossible task in itself.
I barely succeeded in facilitating travel to an unattuned beacon. That which you describe sounds considerably more difficult.
And dangerous. Every person who has attempted to teleport in this fashion has died in the process. They, however, did not have white aura sight at their disposal. I can use it to channel all the ether you can give me into the aetheryte. However, white aura sight cannot retain ether for an extended period of time, so we would need to infuse it immediately beforehand. Just so you know, I'd confidently give this plan better than even odds of success. And if the worst comes to worst, your people won't suffer.
Though it risk the lives of our best and brightest, we have not the time to seek other options. If the ethereal current still flows, we shall carry out Moonbreeder's plan.
That's the spirit. Let's roll the dice.
Alright then, back to Coerthas we go. A plan has been devised and Minfilia would have it carried out without further delay. I've already informed Alpha Noah of our plan to recreate the beacon in the manner Moonbreeder described. He agreed that despite the inherent danger, it represents our only hope of success. He also said that he wished to meet you at the Snowcloak before proceeding. I expect you'll find him waiting for you there when you arrive. I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done on our behalf, Vel, and that I have faith you will return to us as you always have. Well, thanks, Minfilia. That means a lot. Not one. Ah! It just gets turned into dust. You rolled a nat 1 on your luck. Unfortunately, you've dissipated into ether. Alrighty. Onward to Mordona. Sorry, not to Mordona, to Coerthas. What am I saying? Go over to Camp Dragonhead. Alright. Chocobo, fly me to Snowcloak. Come on. It's gonna be a long road. Yeah, kind of hard to believe that we're already almost done with patch 2.4. Oh boy, I love Clash of Dragonhead. Yeah, because after the Shiva fight, we've got 4 more quests, but they all seem fairly short. One second, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. 1 second. Back this way. we go. Good to see you, Vel. I was starting to wonder if you were having second thoughts. Captain Elberd sends his regards, by the way. He attends to the interrogation of Elaine Royale and Ulda, even as we speak, but I shall not distract you from the matter at hand. We can discuss the Ivy upon your return. I trust that, by which I mean to say, the others are waiting for us at the Aetheryte. After you, Scion. There, it is ready. Huh, it worked, I think. Try swing to the Aether right now. Feel for the current and try to locate the beacon. We have done all we can, Vel. For now, let us withdraw. When your final preparations are complete, you must seek out the beacon we have created. If by the grace of the 12 you arrive safely, you must stop Iceheart before she summons Shiva. Oh boy! We cannot ignore the possibility that our actions have alerted Iceheart to our plans. Should that be the case, she may attempt to hasten the completion of the summoning ritual, and if she succeeds, you will have little choice but to face Shiva in battle. Knowing little of this saint, I cannot say if your own strength will suffice, and so I would encourage you to call upon your allies. Some may have reservations about wagering their lives on the success of Umberta's experiment, but others will surely agree that desperate times call for... Is that a fucking rat? No, it's a cat. What the hell is that? I was confused. I saw the tail and I was like, is that a fucking rat? But others will surely agree that desperate times call for desperate measures. Before you assemble your party, pray speak with that knight. I believe he has a message from you from Sir Aymeric. Sir Aymeric regrets that he could not be here in person. And oh, rat goodness, that is rude. I'm sorry. Ishgard faces an unprecedented threat, yet in our hour of need it is not her knights who stand poised to defend her, Velfox. The warrior of light, savior of yours, your deeds this day shall not be forgotten. Where others would flee, you would choose to remain. Where others would falter, you rise to the challenge. Where others would use their gifts for selfish ends, you wield yours in service of a greater cause. May Halon bless you with good fortune and see you safely home. Alrighty. We're good to go, boys? Where is it? It would be here. Clear selection. Are you? Maybe. All right. Oh, you're both going tank. If you're both going tank, that means we gotta find another DPS class. Oh, this is a... Oh, this is an 8-man raid. Four DPS is two healers and 2 tanks. Gotcha. Alright, so we've got average wait time of less than 5 minutes. Yeah, it's a trial. Oh, I wasn't sure. Oh no, wait, no, I'm stupid. Yeah, all the boss stuff has been 8-man raids. Sorry, 8-man trials. That's right. My bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the bosses have been that. So you have the music on, right? Yes, I do have the music on. All right, here we go.
You should never have come here, warrior of light. I labor only to forge a lasting peace. A peace you would deny us out of ignorance and blind faith. No matter. If it is our fate to be at odds, then it is mine to strike you down. We whom gods and men have forsaken shall be the instruments of our own deliverance. Partake of my flesh. Fill this vessel with your light. Walk amongst your brothers and sisters once more. Oh, Saint Shiva, still the hatred within our hearts and bless us with eternal grace.
Yo. Shiva looks good here. Alrighty. Alright. Get an Ifrit in there. Swift cast. Good ruin. Let's get Topaz. Focus on the eye soldier, guys. Summon Titan. Oh, what's she doing? Oh, fuck! I've been frozen! Whoa, the music dropped. Titan. Adult. Oh, what is this music? Oh, I am low on health. Thank you. Get out of here, get out of here. No. Nice. That actually was really fun. Definitely a high. Yeah, no, that was fun. Also, unironically, yeah, no, that was fun. So I'm assuming, did she like? I'm assuming she like, in a similar way to like Louis Soir, she sort of like took the form of Shiva.
Fool. Blind, bloody fool.
Pretty much. Yeah, I figured.
You, of all people, should understand the suffering war begets. That no sacrifice is too great if it brings an end to the violence.
But in the end, it has to be this way.
You fight in a war you do not understand. A pawn of liars and schemers. And they are no less ignorant than you, following the creed of their fathers without question, never thinking to ask why. Trapped in a delusion of their own creation, and blind to the truth.
Violence.
Warrior of light, redemption is not beyond us. We who walk before may lead those who walk after. Seek the keeper of the lake. See with eyes unclouded.
So now we're going after Midgardsormr.
Do not squander a mother's gift.
Oh, and there she goes, turned into Aether.
Feel. Think.
She does kind of have a good point, though, in the sense that we have the ability to not be corrupted by primals, and what are we mostly... Oh, wait a minute. Them damn Ashians.
And so the vessel withdraws, a predictable outcome.
What's this voice?
Nevertheless, La Habrea will be pleased. How unfortunate.
I was gonna say, she kind of does have a point in the sense that, like, we have the ability to fight against primals and not risk ourselves being corrupted by their influence. And what we're mostly doing we're mostly just going, oh, yeah, we just keep pushing them back, but we're not really solving any of the issues. By the 12, you're alive! I mean, of course you're alive! Why wouldn't you be? Iceheart did what? And you're certain about that, are you? Vervanians are skilled with glamours, after all. Look, if you say that's what you saw, I believe you. It's just... I've never heard of a primal being summoned like that before. Are you sure you're not injured? Head trauma has been known to cause hallucinations, you see. No? Fair enough, I was only asking. Alright, let's go ahead and, spinning wheels like AEW Sonic. Yeah, pretty much. We're mostly just pushing the problem back, but we're not really fixing the issue. If you ask me, there's not to be gained from mulling over the implications of your story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the Rising Stones, eh? I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before that, you had best pay. You'd best pay a visit to Whitebrim Front and speak with Alphino. He's probably worried sick about you. That or he's busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. She's like, look, I want to believe you that someone literally turned themselves into a goddamn primal, but I kind of don't. It's funny. Alright, so we're going to continue a bit further. We're going to go over back to Whitebrim, and we're going to see what's what with Alphino. But you know, like, honestly, now that I know I'm nearly done with ARR, the best thing I can say about this is, like, I've not been bored, right? Like, I've legit been enjoying my time with the story aspect of ARR. I haven't minded a lot of the more slower moments, honestly. If anything, it's more the going back and forth and, like, oh, go deliver this to this person, go deliver this to this other person, go do this to this person. That's been definitely the more kind of like middling part of ARR for me. But like the story stuff and like all the politics and like all the problems that are happening in this land, like I've been super invested. There he is, and none the worse for wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for all of us when I say that I should like nothing more than to hear the stirring tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. That's FF14 in general. No, it's just that I guess from what I've heard, I've always heard like, oh, ARR is so boring, it'll make you quit the game. Like, I've unironically heard that from a lot of people outside my usual friend groups of like, oh, Final Fantasy 14, I want to get into it, but ARR is so boring. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning. But not too late to prevent further loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration, and one for which we have Vel to thank. Yes, you are right, of course, Sir Aymeric. We should be content with what we have accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is the matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drillermont, is your caravan ready? The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see them safely to Revenant's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the self-same supplies the heretics stole from the House Four-Temp's caravan? Less the crystals which comprise the bulk of the shipment, yes. Scarcely a fraction of that which was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause all the same. Ah, on an unrelated note, Vel, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he heard of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Sure. Men give vent to their anxieties in myriad ways. Pray do not think less of him. Oh no, I don't. Don't worry. That just screams to me that of a good leader. It's like, what? There's some guy that's just doing all this stuff for us? Like, why aren't we helping him? If this is boring, what do you think the rest is like? That's kind of what I'm looking forward to, honestly. Like, if this is what's considered the boring stuff, I legit cannot wait to get to the other stuff. How does Chiffon wants his hot tub time? Let me see. Right? Ow! My legs! Hello, Harushifant. Hop over your table. What were you thinking, Vel? Wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual to summon Shiva anyway? And then, engaging the abomination in mortal combat? By the fury, Vel, 'tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet, here I was, forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for the veritable eternity. I would not wish for such torture on my most hated enemy. But you are here now, and that is what truly matters. Let us move on. Sir Aymeric wished to have words with you and Master Alphino in private. He awaits us in the intercessory. All right. Yeah, no. You son of a bitch, I should kiss you right now. You know, I legit like Harushifant. His very caring demeanor. I like it also. Do I get to hear Alvis's voice again?
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks.
It's so cool to hear a Xenoblade voice actor again.
Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Yeah, I mean, kinda.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy.
Oh?
You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
Fair enough.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Aymeric, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgardsormr could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's Toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
chill, chill.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
If they get to you, then they can get to us. But if you're strong, they can't get to us.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as...
Oh, I skipped it!
But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second in command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service.
I like her armor.
Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies.
That's fair. Don't worry.
Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you.
Okay.
Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Good. It's a good resolution. All right, and I think with that quest being complete, we're gonna go ahead and call it a stream for now and end off for today. So as a rehash of what I said earlier in the stream, this will be the final main part Final Fantasy XIV stream for the time being. Going forward, I plan to record my sessions of Final Fantasy XIV off stream, with or without friendos. I might do it solo, I might do it with some friendos in company. But I will be then cutting those sessions down into long form, an hour 30 supercuts of me going through main story or just more important events in FF14. So that being said, for now, this is my goodbye to you guys from FF14. Next week, we'll figure out what to do next week. I might go back to some Sonic, might do another gamer. We'll figure it out, basically. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and this will be my goodbye for now as far as live streams go for FF14. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye!